I'm doing pop culture, depth first heard, entertainment, things like that, and this here is a video about how Amber's friend, Eve Barlow, will not stop on Twitter. I'm making this video now on September 16th, 2022, and Eve is still going on Twitter, so we're going to see what's up, and we're going to call out the things that we know are wrong. And if there's something fair here, well, alright, I'll let you know. This is from My Precious, which Eve retweeted and says, Depp's lawyers admitting that the sole reason Shannon Curry was brought to testify was because Amber came across as credible during her deposition and they thought it would make jurors believe her. They aren't even trying to hide the dirty tactics anymore because there was nothing dirty about what anyone on Amber's team did. I mean, the op-ed itself, was that necessary? I wouldn't say so. So anyway, The Independent released this article where they claim Ben Chu said Amber was credible in the deposition. Obviously, there's no details given. It's out of context. We don't know exactly what part he's talking about. And saying someone came off credible doesn't mean they are credible. So the whole thing is really a big stretch of one line taken from somewhere. But obviously, Amber fans are going to think this is some kind of home run or something. I've covered the article on the channel. You could check that out. And like I'm saying here, there was very little detail. And then Eve says this, effing gross. Why are you giving this air, Variety? Variety has been pretty much against Johnny most of the time. And this isn't exactly on Johnny's side, so I'm not sure why she's upset about it. It says, the controversial defamation case between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is the subject of a new movie, Hot Take, the Depp-Heard trial set to debut exclusively on Tubi. I think that's called Tubi. The film stars Mark Hoppus as Depp and Megan Davis as Heard, which honestly, seeing someone play Depp is like kind of strange. He's an alright looking guy, and I'm sure he's a pretty good actor and everything, but I don't know, just feels weird to me. Right there, that makes it pretty unwatchable. I mean, not that I condone Amber, I don't appreciate things she's done, but she's also someone who's not very easy to play. That would be kind of weird too. I also heard it's going to be free, which is interesting, because some people, I'll admit, including myself, were thinking, well, it's all for the money, for this and that, and even though it is free, there will be money involved, and money to be made, I'm sure, with ads and things like that, but when it's free, then obviously there's less money involved than there would have been. But I don't have full details on that, I just read an article, so I digress. And then Eve says, Johnny Depp was not a credible witness. That's why he lost against The Sun in the UK, and that's why Judge Nichols believed Amber's testimony. It had nothing to do with Monopoly and hot chocolate and the connections he had outside of the courtroom. Couldn't have been. In the US, the judge ran the courtroom as a zoo in order to diminish everyone's credibility, and it became a popularity contest. That was the whole point of what Judge Penny was doing, running the courtroom like a zoo to help Johnny. That is some real distorted reality here. I often say this feels like the Twilight Zone with things I hear, and yeah, that is some real Twilight Zone episode stuff there. You know, you go in the courtroom, you try to get a fair trial, and the judge is somehow making the courtroom a zoo, so it's against you specifically. At least Eve gets it right and says that Johnny lost to The Sun, not lost to Amber, which a lot of Amber fans like to say. So, alright. And Eve continues. Popularity contests don't concern how desirable a person is to be around or how justified they are in their actions, but how beneficial their standing is for others. For Chu, for Vasquez, for PR, for every one of Depp's witnesses, and for every media company that cashed in, but so many are against Johnny. People, Newsweek, Variety, Independent there, MSN, NBC, the list goes on. So they're actually using Johnny, not using Amber. And let's get real. Without Johnny, Amber is just a random person. Probably not even in the role of Mera. Can't say for sure, that's my speculation, but probably not. Give Amber Heard her voice back. She has it. She's chosen to be quiet to play this person who's had her voice taken away. She's got all her accounts up there: Instagram, Twitter. She could have a Facebook. I'm not sure if she does. She could have a YouTube. She could say whatever she wants, but what she can't say is something that defames Johnny, because that's not right and that's not legal. That's defamation. But she could say whatever else she wants, like everyone else in the world. And now that I mention it, no one can defame Johnny or anyone else. It's not like Amber can't say anything against Johnny now because her voice is taken away. Nobody can. That's defamation. I gotta disagree that her voice is even gone. And she continues on and on and on. Oh, so that's why they had to televise the trial, coordinate a huge PR smear campaign, refuse to sequester the jurors, and pay for an independent medical examination to determine that A had bipolar disorder. Justice my arse. At least Ben Chew is aware he sold his soul to the devil. I don't know. When Ben Chew says stuff like, nobody ever accused Johnny Depp of abuse in 5 decades, I'm not really sure that's the wrong thing to say. It's actually factual. So Ben Chew saying factual things is selling his soul to the devil? Gotta disagree once again. And this is the last one for now that I saw she tweeted out, but I'm sure as I'm making this video right now, or as you're watching it, she's tweeting again something bad about Johnny. Strange way to address this, USA Today. Why don't you focus on the survivors and the victims, not on the redemption arc of perpetrators? Look at these a-holes who keep getting away with it. Use your real estate to talk about what they got away with. Johnny got away with losing jobs from major franchises and having his career set back about 90% for 6 years. I don't know too much about the other two, only here to talk about Johnny, but I will say this. The article is kind of negative towards Johnny. It's not a pro-Johnny article. It's kind of saying, well, because he's famous and has all this money and this kind of thing, he got away with it. So I'm not sure Eve even read the article. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't subscribe and you don't consider it, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Done here for now. See you next time.